Well, hello and welcome to another Digimon TCG Battle Royale. Man, it's been a while since the last one. Anyway, after we opened that case of EX2, we thought we may as well play with the decks we got from there. So we'll be having the first team Battle Royale, and the team of course is Digimon Tamers, meaning we each have a deck based on one of the main characters of the show. And our lineup is Stanislav on a Takato and Gallantmon deck. Back from a long absence we have Tomislav with his Henry and Terriermon deck, Stanislav with his Rika and Sakuyamon deck, and I'll be playing a deck with Billzemon and his Tamers Ai and Mako. And with the introduction out of the way, let's jump right into the game. Stanislav has the first move and he hatches a Gigimon, evolves it into the EX1 Biomon, and plays the BT1 Taikamiya giving 4 memory to Tomislav. Tomislav hatches a Gamimon, evolves it into the new EX2 Terriermon, then plays the green starter deck Easy and BT1 Mimi and gives me 2 memory. I hatch the purple starter deck Pagumon and just play a Soulmon from BT8 giving 2 memory to Stanislav. Stanislav hatches a Viximon and it looks like he also doesn't have any rookies because he just hard plays a Pidomon giving 4 memory to Stanislav. Stanislav uses 3 memory to play a red memory boost, revealing from his deck Groundmon from the Gallantmon starter deck, the EX1 Biomon, the EX2 War Groundmon and an Atomic Blaster, from which he adds the EX2 War Groundmon to his hand. He then evolves Biomon into Groundmon and it's off to Tomislav, who starts his turn with 3 memory because of Mimi. He moves Terriermon to the battle area, plays the BT8 Willis for 3 memory, but he gains back 1 memory because of Terriermon, and he also gets to hatch another Gamimon because of Willis. He evolves Gamimon into another EX2 Terriermon, and evolves Terriermon in his battle area to the yellow-green Rapidmon. With his when Digivolving effect, he suspends my Soulmon and Stanislav's Speedomon and gives them both minus 5000 DP, so they are deleted. And I start my turn with 2 memory. I evolve Pagumon into the EX2 Impmon, then I evolve Impmon into Dobermon from the same set, and play another Soulmon, giving Stanislav 4 memory. But he again just plays Speedomon straight from his hand, passing this turn over to Stanislav. Stanislav plays the EX2 Gilmon for 3 memory, and with his own play effect reveals the top 4 cards of his deck, which are EX2 Gallantmon, BT1 Taikamiya, EX2 Groundmon, and Takato Matsuda from EX2. He can add Takato and either Groundmon or Gallantmon to his hand. He seems to have some trouble with deciding which one to pick, but ultimately he decides to add Groundmon to his hand. He then plays Takato, which he just added with the Gilmon, and passes the turn over to Tomislav. Tomislav moves Terriermon to the battle area, evolves it into Gargomon for free by suspending Willis, plays Flower Cannon for 2 memory to suspend Stanislav's Speedomon, and he gains back 1 memory by suspending Easy, and gets to draw 2 cards because of Gamimon's inherited effect. Next he attacks my security with Rapidmon, which checks an Impmon with only 1000 DP. Then he attacks Stanislav with Gargomon, revealing a Cubimon in his security which has 4000 DP, which would normally delete Gargomon, but he has 2000 extra DP because of Terriermon. And he ends his turn by playing another Easy and Henry Wong, giving me 4 memory. I move Dobermon to the battle area, evolve Soulmon into the EX1 Lady Devimon for 3 memory, which trashes the top 3 cards of my deck. And since cards were trashed from my deck, I gain a memory because of Soulmon inherited effect. Then I attack Tomislav's Gargomon with my Dobermon, and since they have the same DP, they are both deleted, which triggers my Dobermon's effect. I trash the top 3 cards of my deck and add a purple Digimon or Tamer from my trash to my hand. I trash a BT6 Impmon, an EX2 Billzemon and an EX2 Impmon, and add Ai and Mako to my hand. And I activate the EX2 Impmon's effect. Since he was trashed from my deck, I get to trash another 3 cards from my deck. And in the first misplay of the day, I completely forgot about the EX2 Billzemon's effect to bring back an Impmon from the trash when he is trashed from the deck. Well, anyway, I play the Ai and Mako I added and give 2 memory to Stanislav. Stanislav evolves Speedomon into the EX2 Talmon, and with its when Digivolving effect, he plays a Rika from his hand without paying the memory cost. And it's off to Stanislav, who just attacks Tomislav with his Gilmon and runs into the BT3 Mega Gargomon in the security, which means Gilmon is deleted. He then plays another Takato and evolves the Groundmon in his raising area into War Groundmon, passing it over to Tomislav. Tomislav hatches a Gamimon and unsuspends all of his Tamers, then plays another Willis and another one, and ends his turn giving me 3 memory. I hatch another starter deck Pagumon, evolve it into the BT2 Impmon, and I evolve Lady Devimon into the EX2 Bilzemon, and with his when Digivolving effect trashes 2 cards from my deck, which activates Solmon's inherited effect giving me back 1 memory. And since now I have more than 10 cards in my trash, I can delete Rapidmon with Belzemon's other effect. But he has Armor Purge, so Rapidmon is trashed and Terriermon remains. Then I attack Stanislav with my Bilzemon, which also triggers his effect to trash 2 cards from the top of my deck, and this time I can get rid of Terriermon for good. Stanislav reveals a Gilmon in his security, so my Bilzemon is safe. Next I evolve Limpmon into another Soulmon and pass the turn over to Stanislav. He plays the EX2 Renamon, which reveals the top 4 cards of his deck, which are Super Evolution Plugin S, the BT5 Renamon, Rika Nonaka, and a Heaven's Charm. He adds the Rika to his hand and puts the rest of the cards on the bottom of his deck. He then evolves Renamon into the EX2 Cubimon, and with its when Digivolving effect reveals the top 3 cards of his deck, which are the yellow starter deck Patamon, EX2 Cubimon, and EX2 Sakuyamon. Unfortunately, he can't add any of them to his hand, so they go to the bottom of his deck, and it's off to Stanislav, who finally moves his War Groundmon to the battle area. He uses the delay effect of the red memory boost to gain 2 memory, evolves War Groundmon into the EX2 Gallantmon, and he goes straight into Gallantmon Crimson mode, which deletes my Bilzemon and Stanislav's Taomon. And since it has Blitz because of Takato, he goes for my security. With its when attacking effect, it trashes 1 card from each of our security. And it trashes 2 additional cards from my security since I have 20 cards in my trash. So I trash a Bilzemon Blast mode and 2 Death Slingers. And the attack goes through, revealing my last security, which is a BT2 Impmon. And now Stanislav proceeds to activate his inherited effects. He gets to draw a card of Gigimon and of Biomon, gains a memory because of Groundmon since a Digimon was deleted, and he suspends his Takatos to gain back 2 more memory, but it's still Tomislav's turn. Tomislav plays the BT8 Terriermon, which reveals the top 5 cards of his deck, which are Willis, level 5 Argomon, BT3 Gargomon, BT3 Terriermon, and Hidden Potential discard. He adds the Gargomon to his hand and the rest is returned to the bottom of his deck. He evolves Terriermon into the EX2 Gargomon and suspends 2 of his Willises to make the evolution free. Then evolves Gargomon into Rapidmon, suspending his last Willis to reduce the cost by 1, and Rapidmon suspends Cubimon on evolution, and he suspends both of his Easies to gain back 2 memory because of it. He evolves his Gamimon into the BT3 Terriermon, then into the BT3 Gargomon, and into another EX2 Rapidmon, giving me 3 memory. I move Soulmon to the battle area, evolve it into a Skansadamon, which trashes the top 2 cards of my deck, those being the EX2 Bilzemon and the BT2 Bilzemon, and I add the BT2 Bilzemon to my hand, and gain a memory because of Soulmon's inherited effect. And this time, I remember the EX2 Bilzemon's when trashed effect, so I bring back a BT6 Impmon and activate its own play effect to discard a card, that card being Bilzemon Blast mode, to return the EX2 Bilzemon to my hand. I evolve Skalsatamon into the EX2 Bilzemon I added, and I activate his effect to trash the top 2 cards of my deck, those being EX2 Impmon and Deathslinger, and I delete Tomislav's Rapidmon. And it seems I didn't meet my quota on misplays this episode, so I forget the fact that I should get a memory from Deathslinger and Skalsatamon, which would continue my turn, and just pass it off to Stanislav. Stanislav evolves his Cubimon into a BT5 Taomon and plays another Rika, giving Stanislav 4 memory. Stanislav hatches a Gigimon, evolves it into the Gauntmon starter deck Gilmon, and attacks Tomislav with Crimson mode, trashing the top card of all of our security with his when attacking effect and another one from Tomislav's security because he has 10 cards in his trash, and checks the final card in his security, which is a Terriermon. He evolves Gilmon into Groundmon and finishes his turn by evolving Groundmon into War Groundmon, passing it over to Tomislav. Tomislav moves Rapidmon into the battle area and evolves it into the EX2 Mega Gargomon. He suspends all of his weaknesses to reduce the memory cost by 3, and with Mega Gargomon's effect he suspends all of our Digimon and they can't be unsuspended during our next unsuspend phase. And he also suspends his Easies to gain back 2 memories. He attacks Stanislav, and with Mega Gargomon's when attacking effect, he returns Crimson mode to Stanislav's hand because now Mega Gargomon has the same DP as Crimson mode, and he gains a security attack +1 because of Rapidmon. And he checks Voltramon and Megidramon in Stanislav's security. Finally, he plays a Cherrymon, giving me 5 memory. Now, my Digimon may not be able to unsuspend during the unsuspend phase, but I have a secret weapon, namely Fist of the Beast King, which can be activated ignoring color requirements because I have a Belzemon on the field, and with its effect I unsuspend my Belzemon for 2 memory. Next, I attack Stanislav with my Belzemon, triggering its effect to trash the top 2 cards of my deck, and I should have more than enough cards to delete Cherrymon, and I do. Then I activate the effect of Iron Mako. When my Belzemon attacks, I suspend them to trash the top card of my deck and evolve my Belzemon into a Belzemon Blast mode that's in my trash, and the card I trashed was a Belzemon Blast mode alternate art, so I evolve my Belzemon into it, and when he's evolved, he deletes all of my opponent's strongest Digimon, and gains +1 security attack for every card in my trash, and I have enough to wipe out Stanislav's whole security. I check another Voltramon and another Takato, which is then played. And I forget about Skull Satamon's inherited effect again, but it doesn't matter since I just play another Iron Mako and pass the turn over to Stanislav with 4 memory. And Stanislav just plays a Taumon, passing the turn over to Stanislav, who moves War Groundmon to his battle area, evolves him into Gallantmon, and attacks me with it since it has Blitz, and with his when attacking effect he deletes my Impmon and Stanislav's Taumon, which allows him to suspend his Takatos and gain back 3 memory, making it still his turn. And just like that, Gallantmon beats Belzemon, just like he did in the anime. Then Stanislav plays an EX2 Groundmon and passes the turn over to Tomislav, who can't really do much, so he just plays Gargomon from his hand. And it's off to Stanislav. He plays another EX2 Renamon, revealing from the top of his deck a Sakuyamon, attack plugin A, Taumon, and another Renamon. He takes Taumon to his hand and places the rest at the bottom of his deck. He finishes his turn by paying 2 memory to play Super Evolution plugin S to draw a card and evolve one of his Digimon into a Digimon that costs 3 or less. So he evolves his Renamon into Cubimon, again reveals the top 3 cards of his deck, and again he can't add any of them, so they go to the bottom of his deck, and that finishes his turn, so it's off to Stanislav. He attacks Stanislav's security with Gallantmon, with his when attacking effect deletes both Gargomon and Cubimon, and because of that he has a security attack +1. So he checks all of Stanislav's security, which were a Patamon and a Taumon, and he finishes Stanislav off by attacking him directly with Groundmon. Alright, and he gained a bunch of memory because of his Takatos, so he just plays a Roll Groundmon from his hand and passes it over to Tomislav. Tomislav hatches a Gamimon, evolves it into Terriermon, then into Gargomon. He plays a Flower Cannon, suspending War Groundmon, and then suspends all of his Easy, which ultimately gains him 1 memory, plays a Terriermon from his hand, evolves it into the EX2 Gargomon, but I guess he lost hope because he only uses 1 Willis to reduce the memory cost by 1, passing the turn over to Stanislav, who proceeds to finish the game with Gallantmon Crimson mode, thereby securing his first victory in the series. Congratulations Stanislav! And like that we reached the end of another Battle Royale. I hope you enjoyed it and see ya in the next one. Bye!